It's time for another food venture with Lazy Penguin. Today we're in the lovely city of Utrecht, city of kennels, bicycles and ice cream. And we're going to eat some Vietnamese food, so I'm really excited. Let's get going! Vietnamese cuisine is one that I hold very dearly in my heart because I went to Vietnam 2 years ago and I was awed by the nature there, humbled by the people, and I made really good friends. So I think back very fondly of that time. I would love to be bathed in those memories again. So we just arrived at Kimmade Vietnamese street food, but it hasn't been opened yet. And there are already people queuing up. I think we'll head out to Food Village first, or wait for 10 minutes, I think. So we're at Kimmade Food Village right now. I had a look at the menu and all the dishes seem to be authentic in what they offered and what I could remember from what I had in Vietnam. So it looks good. The interior here is really nice and it's like a cave inwards. Alright, the food is here. I'm ready to start to taste and I'm gonna start with the spring rolls. Actually, this is a fried spring roll, but Vietnam actually has a lot of fresh spring rolls that not a lot of people know in the West. But this is a traditional for the West fried spring roll with chicken, I think. And it's a bit crispier than what you normally get from a Dutch Vietnamese lumpia stand. It's quite nice. The tastes are, it's less salty than I'm used to, but the flavors of the chicken and the spices combines quite well and I really like it. Alright, next part of my dish, I'm just going to put some noodles with pork in my mouth and see what happens. This is how I remember the Vietnamese food. So the flavors are quite light. They don't use a lot of salt or other heavy spices, but it's just clean cooked rice noodles with some fresh vegetables like the salad and the mint, combined with the crunchiness of the carrot, and then with the savory flavors of the beef. It's just all these flavors come through really nicely, and it's exactly how I remember Vietnamese food to be. And the mint, should be said, is one of the main players in Vietnamese cuisine. And every time I taste mint, it just brings me back to those times, which is just great. So I just put in the different kinds of herbs that you can put in. And I'm just going to mix it a bit. This, I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, is Thai basil, and its taste is really unique within the herbs that I know. It has a bit of anise, a nice taste to it, that's quite refreshing, but in itself it's quite harsh. But if you eat it with a bit of rice noodle and with the broth and the beef, yeah, it combines really well. The rice noodles are actually quite boring. Plain rice noodles, not a lot of taste, but the broth soaks in those noodles. The dish is quite dependent on the quality of the broth, and this broth is, great. Gives a really well-rounded taste to the overall pho that I really enjoy. And you have different kinds of meats actually, so they have thinly cut beef, but also some sausages that look really cute. Vietnamese food is comfort food. Every bite you take is like coming home. It's like, I feel so nice, warm and fuzzy in myself. Hello there. Oh, I see. There's also a taste here and a taste there, and it's just yum 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 yum. And they're like, oh. I'm here with the chef of both restaurants. What's your name? Sorry.
My name is Kim Sang.
Kim Sang.
Yes.
And why did you start your restaurant?
My specialty is Vietnamese kitchen.
Vietnamese kitchen.
And in Utrecht is still, there was not much Vietnamese cuisine. So I thought I want to open a Vietnamese kitchen. Yeah.
What's very typical of the way you cook?
Now what I try the most is to cook the most authentic if I can. Mm-hmm. And because we're still in the Netherlands, so the taste is of course different than in Vietnam. What I do day by day is I less holding back, because our Vietnamese kitchen is quite, we like eat fish sauce, it's quite strong flavor, mm-hmm. and salty and quite sweet. So I try to add more, like how the taste in Vietnam is, like translated here. So here is they eat quite plain and quite sweet, but I want to add more like how we eat, like salty and like strong flavors. And I also try not to hold back with the herbs. So I try to have like a typical Vietnamese herb I want to add it here. And it costs a bit more because I have to import from Vietnam here, mm-hmm. but then I try to add it to like this how we eat. Yeah,
I really like that because I went to Vietnam and I noticed that the herb, especially the herbs, were the same as I saw there.
True, yeah.
So that's really nice. So this restaurant has been open for 1 month now.
Yeah, just 1 month.
Now, yeah. And what's your dream or your goal with this restaurant? Where do you want to go to?
Now the concept of this one is also called Kimmade Food Village. Mm-hmm. So the meaning is behind it is it's a little town, little Vietnam. So the idea here is just want to open whole day and people can relax, kind of work, have some lunch, breakfast, and dinner. So everything is possible, just like in Vietnam. Just like you don't have to think much, just come and eat delicious food. And because it's quite big inside, so I want to like people relax there and do what they want to do. Like just place to chill. That's most important. And then after that, you can have a nice meal also. So, because the other one is quite small and you don't. It's really limited, and also they serve alcohol and all kind of things. Mm-hmm. And here it's like complete package. And that's why I want to make use of it to like make a little Vietnam kind of.
I really like the atmosphere and the food. It was like being back in Vietnam. Yeah. So is there anything you'd like to say to potential customers, like if people are not sure yet if they should come, what you would like to say to them?
I think if they're really interested about the Vietnamese cuisine and they heard about and they're really curious, then I say please come in, because I will like show them how the Vietnamese cuisine really is, and the food and the taste and the country itself, everything, the culture.
Yeah, I agree. This is the third time I ate Vietnamese food here in the Netherlands, and I think this is the closest you can get without going to Vietnam itself. So for 13 euros you can have a bowl of pho, and for even less you can have spring rolls, fresh spring rolls, other dishes. So come to Kimmade and taste it for yourself.